I really hope you guys enjoy this new series on this channel where I talk about the original characters that I've created for my series. And for our first episode, guys, meet Lily Dardanelle. Longtime followers of this channel and readers of my series already know that Lily Dardanelle is a character from Apple Black. I have already made a separate video as to what Apple Black is about, and I'll leave a link to where you guys can go check that out either in the description or in the YouTube video cards. Before I talk about Lily, let me explain why I like doing these videos. Obviously, for those who have been following me for a long time, you will know that I used to do character description videos, character profile videos, and I go over the main characters of the series, and that was kind of like my way of easing you guys into what I had in store. So this right here is just a reboot to that series because those videos are outdated and they don't work anymore. My audience always liked those videos, and the videos were good for me to do because anytime I make videos about Apple Black and talk about my series out loud and kind of force myself to make a video about it and structure the video a certain way, write certain things down, it almost helps me understand my own product even better. So doing videos like this, in this case talking about a specific character, almost allows me even understand the character even better than I did prior to doing this video. And the better I understand my character, the easier it is and more fun it is to write for them, write dialogue for them, to put them in certain scenarios and play it out. It's almost like it writes itself at that point. And it's also a good video idea, but who's counting? Lily D, such a good rapper name by the way, Lily Dardanelle is student body president at Black Bottom Island's Guild for Young Sorcerers graduation class. I also have a separate video on how the sorcerers are structured in my world, so I'll also leave a link to that either in the video cards or in the description. But bottom line is, when you graduate from a guild recognized by an Eden country, right? Eden is the continent and it contains 6 countries, and if you graduate from a guild within those countries, you are recognized by the continent, like by the capital, as an official sorcerer, and you're awarded or given a cloak and a badge. She's obviously female, about 5 feet and 13 years old. She's one of the kindest people you will ever meet and is very friendly, with reason, and I'll get into that. With the Dardanelle name, she's publicly known to be very wealthy, from a noble and royal family, but she doesn't flaunt it to prevent the notion that she may be spoiled, lazy, or out of touch with common folk, or any of the negative connotations that might be associated with the privileged. Bottom line, she's rich. At times, she can be overtly positive, sometimes to a comedic effect, and subtly that may be to compensate for some of her more spoilery facts about her upbringing. With all that said, sometimes she feels this overwhelming pressure to achieve perfection, which probably plays into why she even ran for the student body role in the first place. She has a caretaker that I haven't introduced in the series yet, but before joining the guild, she used to be very lonely, so I think, being friendly and trying to get friends and to an extent wanting people to like you, in this case her, kind of plays into her the role of trying to battle that loneliness, and so far so good. Unfortunately for her though, her closest friend, Niona, is not so opening or welcoming. Due to overt positivity, and always wanting to live up to that standard, it is very rare that she will show true frustration. Always the optimist. Lily has a certain heart issue that I don't want to go into too much detail in this video, but I would like that to be experienced within the series itself. So overall, she tries to stay healthy, and she's a big foodie. In fact, she's a great cook. That tends to win you friends sometimes. She can also be brutally honest. But Lily is also a foodie to the point where she could be a food critic if she wanted to be. Some of these are things I've touched on or hinted at, but not fully explored yet. You don't just jump into the series and just play all your cards. But, for the large group of friends that I want to establish in Apple Black, you can think of her as the super duper glue of the crew. And the crew I'm talking about is beyond the usual 6 I always mention, at least I used to always mention, with Simon, Sano, Ruby, Neon, Lily, and Osamu. I believe that the crew is bigger now. The crew of the, original fun characters that you start with, young characters that are all, in this journey together. It's a little more, it's bigger, it's more diverse on all fronts, not just ethnicity, but on all fronts, and you'll be able to see that and witness that in future chapters, and in some case near chapters, and in some case special chapters, and I'll get into that. I've kind of written and improved things for future characters, new, interesting, and diverse teen characters joining Sano and co, and they will be revealed in time. Lily is definitely one of the heavy hitters in the series, and there was a lot to explore there with her character, and there are a lot of like super shocking things that I'm sure y'all would not expect surrounding the character. Things that I know that most mainstream shonen series wouldn't usually do with female lead characters or potential love interests. To who, you'll see, and trust me, I know some of you kind of have an idea of what you think when it comes to like love interests in Apple Black, but trust me when I say it's way more complicated than you think. Not that you're off, but it's way more complicated, and I don't think it's anything that has been done before. Despite the interactions you see with her and Sano, it's a whole lot more straightforward and complicated at the same time. I think I'm trying to do something way more interesting and shocking that I don't think anyone will see coming. I just hope you guys get to experience that through the books, and I just hope I finish the books. Lily also has a very tough side to her, and she's a smart and rational strategist. When it comes to like little spoilery things about the characters, apart from the things I've already spoiled, she has a slight heart disease, so she kind of has medication for that she kind of has to keep up with. Mother died at her birth, and the father left, so he's not like dead, but he left for reasons to be explained in the series. But from time to time, he writes her letters to kind of let her know that he's okay and all that kind of stuff. These are like things that I want to be experienced within the series itself, within the books. What's he doing? What's he up to? Who exactly is he? Who knows? We'll see. When it comes to her powers, she can control like white glowy branches, kind of like wood, very all naturey and from the soil, and she can basically do what she wants with it, and it kind of like just rises from the ground and does all sorts of cool stuff with it in battle or in some other things again that I would rather be experienced within the books. Hit stuff, build stuff, etc. Some of these branches that she forms from the soil also form like leaves and fruits that are substances that have certain powers to them, and those again will be revealed in the books. Can't give everything away. She also has other abilities like being able to tap into being one with the earth, so she can basically locate other people who are also in contact with the ground, with the soil. She can find you as long as you're like a decent distance away, nothing like, not in a different country, but close by. Can she break ivory? Can she break ebony? Those are things that are yet to be seen, but obviously someone of her stature, someone that's still a student in the guild, usually can't break ivory or ebony. And if you're confused as to what I'm talking about, again, there's a separate video, and I will link to that video so you guys can go check that out and watch it and understand a little better the magic system that I have in Apple Black. And before we close, here are some unknown fun facts. Majority of her color scheme is green to match that nature aspect of the character. And then the sideburn ponytail that she has on in this world is kind of tradition because it shows that the character or the person is of royalty. Dardanelle, the last name, also kind of reminds me of the dandelions. This is a reference to flowers, again, reference to nature, but again, she has a tough side to her, so dandelions has lion in it, so go figure. Rawr. So guys, that's it for Lily Dardanelle. Question of the day is, what Apple Black character would you like to see me tackle next as an installment for this series? Use the link in the description to get 2 free months of SKILLSHARE. You're welcome. And to see Lily's character sheet, I will be updating the character sheets, and for every character video I do, I'll kind of be updating the character sheets on the Apple Black homepage at Saturday AM. For those who don't know what Apple Black is published and serialized on Saturday AM. So the Apple Black homepage on the Saturday AM website, I'll be updating the character sheets there. So I'm going to delete all the ones that are there. They're basically outdated. I'm going to delete everything. So Lily is basically going to be the only one up for now until I do another video, and then I'll update it there. So if you want to see a clearer image of the illustration I'm doing in this video as a speed paint, you'll be able to see her character sheet on the Apple Black homepage, along with every other character sheet I do after I do the video of this. So if I do a Sano video next, then the Sano character sheet will be up there. Y'all should keep your eyes peeled for news on a special Apple Black chapter and how you guys will be able to read it and all that good stuff. You can almost think of it as a chapter 8.1, but details on that coming soon, so stay tuned for that. I'm sure you guys will love it. Again, check out Saturday AM and all the other cool, interesting, and diverse series that we have on there. You can read some free issues. Links to everything you could possibly need, including my social media, will be in the description below. Please Detroit smash the subscribe button and Detroit smash the like button. Hit that bell so you stay notified each time I upload absolutely anything. So I'm Manga, and I'm out.